Welcome back to the Ink and Imagination podcast. Today, we'll dive into the article, Atomic Habits. Have you truly understood habit formation? A few months ago, I used to think that forming habits was as simple as repeating an action over and over until it became automatic. Most importantly, I believed that in order to succeed, one had to maintain discipline for 30 to 50 consecutive days. However, after reading Atomic Habits by James Clear, I realized that building habits isn't just about discipline. It involves a much more intricate strategic system. A review without spoiling the content. First of all, this book changed how I perceive habits. From James Clear, I learned that 40 to 50% of our daily activities are driven by habits. Even more than that, habits deeply affect how we view ourselves, something he refers to as self-identity. What makes Atomic Habits special is that it doesn't just provide random advice, but introduces a concrete 4-step system that helps you build good habits or eliminate bad ones easily. The examples throughout the book are practical, though at times they can feel overwhelming. However, the methods and principles James Clear shares are always clear and easy to apply. Why you need habits. The importance of habits in life. Before diving further into Atomic Habits, let's explore why habits are so essential. We often don't realize it, but habits are the key factors determining most of our behaviors and life outcomes. 1. Habits. Reduce the cognitive load of decision-making. Every day we make hundreds of decisions, from simple ones like what should I eat today, to complex ones like how do I finish this project. If we had to carefully deliberate over every small action, our brains would quickly become exhausted. Habits allow certain actions to become automatic, saving mental energy for more critical decisions. For instance, waking up early and exercising each morning eliminates the need to think about timing or how to approach the action. This allows you to focus your mental energy on creative or complex tasks during the day. 2. Habits form the foundation for long-term success. Look at successful people, entrepreneurs, athletes, scientists. And the common denominator is not extraordinary intelligence or talent. It is persistence and the consistent establishment of small positive habits over time. For example, Michael Phelps, the swimming legend, once shared that his victories came not just from talent, but from maintaining a chain of small habits, eating well, training regularly, and visualizing success before each race. 3. Habits shape your life without extraordinary effort. Imagine this. If you improved yourself by just 1% every day, by the end of the year, that progress would compound to become 37 times better. On the flip side, if you regressed by 1% every day, you would be essentially back to zero in 365 days. Small habits lead to cumulative improvement over time. Focus on the system rather than the goal. Why goals aren't everything. Most of us are taught that setting goals is the first step toward achieving success. But in reality, many people fail despite having clear and ambitious goals. The reason is that goals only define a destination, while systems are the mechanisms that carry you there. Goals are short-term outcomes. Imagine setting a goal to lose 10 kilograms. Once you achieve it, what happens next? Without a supporting system, you're at risk of returning to old habits and gaining weight again. Systems lead to sustainability. On the other hand, if you focus on building a system, eating healthily, and exercising regularly, the weight loss becomes a natural byproduct. Most importantly, you'll maintain your success without unnecessary effort. How to build an effective system. James Clear offers some key suggestions for creating better systems. Focus on the process rather than just the result. Instead of focusing on a goal like read 30 books in a year, focus on a daily system like read for 20 minutes every day. Automate habits. Incorporate positive actions into your routine so they become automatic. Example, set a fixed gym schedule every week. Improve by tiny increments. Remember, improving just 1% each day can lead to extraordinary results over time. Change your identity along with your habits. An important concept in Atomic Habits is the connection between identity and habits. Here, identity refers to how you view yourself. Every action you perform is like a vote you cast toward defining who you are. For example, if you read every day, you are reinforcing the identity, I am a reader. On the flip side, if you consistently skip reading, you'll start identifying as someone who isn't disciplined. James Clear writes, habits aren't about having something, but about becoming someone. Instead of setting a goal like, read 20 books in a year, ask yourself, who do I want to become? What type of person loves learning and exploration? By focusing on identity, every habit you build becomes more meaningful and easier to maintain. The 4 steps to changing a habit according to Atomic Habits. The habit formation process consists of 4 steps. Cue, the signal that triggers the behavior. Craving, the desire or motivation that leads to a response. Response, the action you take in response to the craving. Reward, the satisfaction or positive outcome that reinforces the habit. James Clear offers strategies to optimize these steps. Step 1. Make the cue obvious. Cues typically come from your environment. You can design cues for good habits by writing clear intentions. I will do yoga at 6 a.m. in the living room. Stacking habits. Link a new habit to an old one. Example, after brushing my teeth in the morning, I'll journal for 5 minutes. Organizing your environment. Place books on your desk if you want to read more, or eliminate unhealthy snacks if you're aiming for better nutrition. Step 2. Make the craving hard to resist. Motivation can be increased by joining a community. Surround yourself with people who have the habits you want to adopt. Using short-term rewards. Example, treat yourself to a coffee after completing a task. Step 3. Make the response easy. Remove barriers to action by preparing in advance. Keep your gym shoes by the door to make it easier to go for a jog. Breaking tasks into smaller steps. Instead of trying to read 50 pages at once, read just 5 pages at a time. Step 4. Make the rewards satisfying. Rewards solidify habits. You can track progress or combine your habits with enjoyable experiences to make them more satisfying. Common challenges when building habits. Lack of patience for results. People often give up on habits because results take time. This is what James Clear calls the valley of disappointment. Success comes from consistent, small efforts over time. Environment isn't supportive. Your surroundings can sabotage habits. If you're trying to eat healthily but your pantry is full of cookies, maintaining healthy habits becomes much harder. Social and personal pressure. Expectations from others or oneself can become overwhelming. Example, if you set a goal of running 5 kilometers daily, but find yourself exhausted within the first week, quitting becomes easy. Conclusion. Transformation is a journey of small steps. Atomic Habits shows that change doesn't come from giant leaps, but from small, sustainable improvements over time. James Clear emphasizes, you don't climb the mountain just by looking at the top. You climb it by taking one step at a time. Start small today and let habits lead you toward greater achievements tomorrow. With patience, consistency, and intention, your efforts will yield extraordinary results. Hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. What about you? Have you read this book yet? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below.